Troy's going to tell you all about it.
Apparently I'm not allowed to use these.
No.
I get the exciting part to tell you about the big build that we just had done down at Discover 4x4.
Welcome to our new Landcruiser build 2023, 12 months later after we got her. Troy's going to tell you all about it.
I get the exciting part to tell you about the big build that we just had done down at Discover 4x4. Great bunch of guys down there. They've done an amazing job. It's our third build with them, so we decided to go back again just because of the quality of workmanship, and yeah, they're just a good bunch of blokes, easy to deal with. But we'll take you straight into the car and show you all the mods and all the different features that we've done to it. So let's start off at the front end, the most exciting part. Here we have the Raid integrated bull bar. I love this. It's slim, it's sleek, it looks really good. I love the fact that we don't have a winch box sitting up the top here, which will impede on the sensors through the Toyota. It just looks like it's meant to be. Very sturdy, extremely thick. Very happy with it. I'm glad we didn't go with the hoops. Sort of bit out of fashion. And look, at the end of the day, if you're going to accidentally hit a rule or something, they're still going to damage it regardless of how good the bull bar is. So this bit of gear was the first thing that we decided to get. Obviously, because we can run the big 12,000 pound Ironman monster winch towing the caravan, and we get stuck on a beach or something, we can easily winch ourselves out of any situation with the van. That's why I went with the heavy duty winch on this one. It's remote controlled. You can have it wired in. They've put a switch under the bonnet where you can isolate it, turn it off and on, so it doesn't accidentally turn itself on, which has happened with previous winches. Now underneath here we have the body armor kit. This stuff is so thick, it'd be very hard to bend this. It's nearly 5mm thick. Runs all the way to the back of the vehicle, just before the rear wheels, so far enough that if you're going to hit something, you're going to know about it straight away. It's not going to wreck the undercarriage of your car. Recovery points. Now these are a must. You've got to have recovery points. Don't ever think that you can just use the standing towing points that they come with, because you're asking for trouble. So we've had these installed as well. Love it. Love the little flip top number plate. Perfect. Brings us up to the GME CB radio. It's great now. You don't have to have a massive long aerial. These have got a really good range. It's got the handheld piece, which we'll show you inside the vehicle shortly. It also, the box, the unit itself, is tucked away in behind the dash, so you don't even see that. It's just so slimline, gives you plenty of room in the cabin. And it also brings me onto the fact that we constantly, you know, Laura's yelling at me, and because I'm, you know, don't have the camera on at the rear and stuff like that, so it's going to be very handy to have that for communications with other vehicles and also your partner, number one. Now over here we have the Safari snorkel, and snorkels, we had this installed for good reason. If you're going to do some creek crossings, you really want to have this to make sure you're not going to conk out halfway across the river, especially in croc infested waters. If you're going to put a snorkel in as well, I'd strongly recommend having diff breathers on both diffs, so the front and the rear, and that will stop water ingress into your diff. It's a very simple job. It's just a filter that's tucked away under your bonnet, and that stops water ingress into your diff, which can cause problems down the track because you don't want water in there for obvious reasons. So this is a big bad boy. It does make a little bit of noise. You can hear it a little bit in the cabin, but sometimes you've just got to deal with it. It's something we'll get used to. As you can see, the wheels are now black, the rims, and also the side steps. Now, we could have had the option of changing the wheels themselves. I looked at getting some aftermarket rims and worked out that it's probably not the greatest idea. Obviously, we have to change the load rating of the tyre itself for our 4,200 kilo GVM upgrade that we'll be getting shortly. We have to increase it from, I think these are about 112 to 114, so we need to increase that to 116 plus. So I think we're going to look at some Yokohama tyres, which is about 122 load rating, which will be ample enough for the whole vehicle. Now, with the aftermarket wheels that I was going to get, they never fit as well as what the genuine wheels do. So Laura came up with the idea, she's like, well, why don't you just spray the wheels? And I was like, perfect, let's do that. So I've prepared the wheels. We'll put some footage in here of how I've done that, cleaned them right up, etched them, primed them, sprayed them matte black, and I think they look fantastic. And then it's just saved myself, you know, a couple of $1,000 in wheels themselves. These will get upgraded soon. The tyres, in a month or so, we'll get those upgraded before the GVM. Now the side steps, I understand that rock sliders protect the seals of underneath your doors. Great idea, they are a great idea, but it comes down to cost with us. You know, I'll give you an indication of what all this costs at the end of it, but with the side steps, we've also decided just to spray those black. If they do get dinted down the track, it's something we can change ourselves pretty easily. They're not hard, it's just bolted from underneath, and so we'll wait till these get a little bit trashed and then we'll remove them and put some new ones in. Alright,
as you can see, we have a new addition to our roof tray. We've got these beautiful turquoise Max Trax. They are genuine Max Trax, but we actually didn't buy them from there. We got them from the Roof Rack Superstore. So I hunted around. I wanted to get some from Victoria so they'd get delivered pretty quickly, and they were $300 for the pair. You can't find turquoise Max Trax at BCF and Anaconda and that. It's more your genuine orange ones or grey coloured ones. So I hunted around, I got those, and the reason that we've got the turquoise and the orange is basically to match our logo. So we've got the kind of mint green and the orange logo for the Journey Unknown, and that's as best as we're going to get it. But I think it looks pretty damn hot. It definitely stands out on the car, and especially with the black wheels and the silver vehicle, looks pretty damn good. I think I made a good choice, didn't I, darling?
Oh, you did, darling. You did. Apparently I'm not allowed to use these.
No.
because they'll get dirty like the orange ones are at the back here, which I need to clean shortly. But I'm tipping that we will have to use them at some stage.
Yeah, we will. We will. And we used to have the orange ones on the caravan, but obviously, you know, you need them on the car, so that's why we put them both up here. You
usually forget them if they're on the caravan.
And mind you, you had to get brackets to install these onto the tray as well, which is costly.
That was $100 just for the bracket, and then I had the pins already. I can't remember what, I think they were about $50. So it all adds up. They're good up here, they're out of the way, they're easy access. I've just put a little combination lock on there to stop any thieves, or to deter them. They can still get it off.
I may as well just take you through the new weather shields that we got put on. So on Friday, Troy went to Cranbourne Toyota and picked up a little package that I ordered. I said we definitely need the weather shields on, especially the tinted ones, because one, it looks really good, but two, you can have your window down a little bit on the front and the rear when it's raining, or if we have to stop somewhere for half an hour or something and leave Coco in the car, we can leave the windows down a little bit. So we got the front and rear weather shields, and we also got this tinted bonnet protector, which just makes the bonnet look even more slick, especially with all the black that we've got going on it. So we've got this, and we also got headlight protectors, which Troy's still got to put on, but all of this stuff just protects the vehicle. And you know, we've paid a lot of money for this car, and obviously we've paid a lot of money to put all these accessories on it, so we want to look after it.
One thing I will say about this bonnet protector, people that have got the 300 series will understand this. When you're driving along and it's raining or something, what happens is a lot of water flicks up onto the windscreen from this area here. So this will stop that happening, which will be good. So this brings us on to the roof rack system. It's a Atlas platform, very similar to your Rhino rack system. Has the channels down the center of it. At this stage, we've put one of our old solar panels on there, which I'll clean up a little bit better. That's going to run the rear fridge, the drawer fridge, permanently, so we won't run out of battery there. And we've got the 200 amp hour lithium battery in the back of the vehicle. What will happen is, when we do get our GVM upgrade, we'll put our rooftop tent, our alley cab rooftop tent up there once again, so we can do little solo trips, or somewhere Harrison can sleep as well when we're camping on our lap. This is an old awning that I've had for years. I've had it on every vehicle. It's so simple, 2.5 metre, pull it out, 2 poles, a couple of pegs. It's not rocket science. It's actually pretty easy to use, easy to roll up. So I don't mind the 270 awnings, especially the Bushmans, but price wise it's just way out of our price range. It's over $2,000, so we won't be getting one of those anytime soon.
One thing I will say on that is you just got to utilize what you've got. Like, we can just keep upgrading and upgrading and upgrading, and we do see other YouTubers do that. They want the best and the newest of everything, but you know, like you said, you got to stop somewhere. And like with the wheels and the side steps and the awning, it's like, we've already got all this stuff, let's utilize it. When it breaks, yeah, we can upgrade it, but for now we're saving for our lap.
Yeah,
that's the priority.
100%. I think that's everything of the vehicle.
Light bar?
Oh, the integrated light bar. You don't have to have this mesh on this integrated light bar. That's just going to protect it from stones and whatnot.
That comes with the bull bar, doesn't it?
Yeah, it comes with the bull bar setup. Also, you've got your little driving lights here. They're good as well. All right, so this brings me on to the full price of what everything costs, apart from the wind shields and the deflectors, the bonnet protector. The stuff we got from Cranbourne Toyota and the Max Trax. Yeah. Well, everything from Ironman. Yeah. Well, actually, the deflectors were about $300, $360. Then that's me installing it, which takes a little bit of time as well. But the whole build from Ironman Discover 4x4 was a bit over $10,000. $10,000. I've got the invoice right here. $10,675. Yep. So you might think, wow, that's a lot of money. Well, and it is a lot of money. Like, it takes a long time to save that up. But what I will say is there's a hell of a lot of work involved in putting a new bar on the 300 series. You have to use genuine Toyota looms. You can't use aftermarket looms, which some four-wheel drive companies do, because you end up with troubles with your sensors and everything like that. They've literally pulled the whole front of the car off, and we'll put some footage in there of what the guys have done. Also, the whole dash pretty much come out of the car for them to fit everything properly, and we can't fault a thing. It's so neat under the bonnet. Everything's cable tied. There's cut-off switches, there's fuses. Very, very happy, and we're so grateful. They've done such a great job, because we've had experiences before where, you know, we've dealt with companies and the quality hasn't been right up there. So far we can just be wrapped with how everything's built on this vehicle. from the roof rack to the bull bar to the undercarriage to even to what they've done with the CB radio inside. It's a nice little clip that's easily detached. It's just very, very neat. So
it is, and we didn't want them to rush it, so we left it with them for about 6-7 days.
Yeah. So
they could get it all done. And
like King Billy's always taught me, he says the quality remains long after the price is forgotten. So you got to pay, you get what you pay for, and he's dead right. Because when we're traveling around Australia and you pull your winch out and you want to use your winch and it breaks down because you bought, you know, something cheap and nasty, you'd pay anything for a decent winch at that stage. So that's why we've gone with everything that's affordable and really good quality.
Yeah.
So there you have it, guys. We are done and dusted for another video. We hope you love our build as much as we do. Hopefully it's given you some ideas of what you can do to your vehicle.
And how you can spec your vehicle up cheaply. Like, don't think that you need to go and get new tyres and stuff. Like a simple paint job.
Yeah, they look amazing.
Do it.
And that's, you know, $20 from super cheap, a couple of cans of paint. Just make sure you prime it properly and it'll last forever. Even if it doesn't, you get little chips, you can just spray over the top. Yeah,
completely transform the vehicle. And the only other thing we need to do now is change these bad boys. So everyone keeps telling us MSA have the new mirrors, or Clearview don't have the new 300 series mirrors. They don't. Okay, we know this.
They'll let us know as soon as they do. We're handing them as much as everyone else is. So
anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode and can get some ideas for your new vehicle if you get one.
Please subscribe, like, share, and we'll see you on the next video.
See you guys.
Bye bye.